Okay, time to talk about something dear to my heart, and that's food. There's a famous food here in Tokyo. It's called FUGU. FUGU. FUGU is a type of fish. It's a type of fish that not everyone wants to eat. In Japan, in Tokyo, fish is actually kind of important. Everyone eats the fish. And I'll be taking you down to Tsukiji fish markets because I used to go there every single morning. And people don't believe me when I tell them. But for about 3 or 4 years, I used to go down every single morning. Just a quick train ride from where I live. I'd go down, I'd get the soup of fresh fish. Before anyone else in Tokyo got to eat it, I would be the first. These days, of course, they shut down the market. You can't go in to parts of it. It's shut down to the tourists and people like me who don't belong there because, you know, I don't have any business at some parts of the market, right? But you can still get into some of the fish markets, but, you know, a lot of it you can't. Back in the old days, you used to be able to go anywhere you wanted. Heck, I used to go talk to those guys every single morning. And I'd go to the local sushi place and get the soup and fresh fish. But today we're going to talk about FUGU. Now why, I hear you asking, why Tokyo Joe want to talk about this thing called FUGU? Well, FUGU is actually kind of famous. FUGU is the famous puffer fish, the death fish. You could eat this thing and end up dying. That's how good it is. People actually eat this fish, even if they think maybe there's a small chance they could die. It's that good. What does FUGU mean? FUGU means river pig, right? River pig. Because the thing is a big, fat old fish. It looks like a pig, and it lives in the water, right? So it's a river pig. FUGU, F-U-G-U. Another form, you can see a post there called Eating FUGU in Japan. Now, I really don't know about eating FUGU in Japan. I know about eating FUGU in Tokyo, though, and that's what we're going to talk about. There's 2 different ways you can eat the FUGU. Back in the old days, they used to be able to eat FUGU liver. That's now been banned. It's too dangerous. But I remember when I first came to Tokyo, people were eating the FUGU liver. Right? Too many people dying. You got to be a special kind of chef to eat them, to prepare the FUGU for other people to eat. You don't know how to do it, you can end up killing someone. And even for these experienced chefs have been doing it for years and years and years. Some of them been learning how to make FUGU for like 5 years. Some of them been learning how to make FUGU for 10 years. Right? You've got to be specially licensed to do this. Don't do this at home. And by the way, if you're thinking of eating FUGU, think twice, because people still die. Even if you go to the best FUGU restaurants in Tokyo, people end up still dying. Now, that doesn't mean you can go to a restaurant and you'll be guaranteed to die, but I'm just saying that, you know, going to the best place in the world to eat the FUGU doesn't mean something ain't gonna happen, because there's always a small chance you could end up dying. So think twice about it, but, you know, talk to the chef first. Talk to the restaurant and ask them, say, how many people have died here? How many people have died in the restaurant eating the FUGU? I want to know before I eat the FUGU. How many people have died eating the FUGU in Tokyo this year? How many people have died eating the FUGU in Tokyo in the last 5 years? You want to ask those questions before you eat the FUGU. What is the FUGU? How's it prepared? It's a big, fat puffer fish, right? There's different ways you can eat it. Sashimi, which is raw, or you can have it chirinabe. Chirinabe is a special type of Japanese dish. Chirinabe, say it after me. Get the proper pronunciation, right? Because I'm Tokyo Joe. I know Tokyo. I know how to do the proper pronunciations. Chirinabe, right? Chirinabe is actually a pot dish, right? You have chunks of fish in there and vegetables, right? And you put them inside a broth that's simmering in a pot. pot's got the broth in it, you put the fish and you put the vegetables inside the pot, right? Kind of like, but not the same as shabu-shabu, which is famous. You ever seen that scene in Lost in Translation, where he's sitting at the restaurant with the young girl, and he's ordering the food, and he says, "We're switching to beer," and then he gets the big plates and they all look the same? That's Kobe beef. That's different. That's a shabu-shabu. This is kind of similar because you have the broth sitting on a pot in the middle of your table. You put the pieces of your pufferfish inside, put it in your mouth, and hopefully you don't die. Right? It's called a FUGU chirinabe. Right? This is a very popular dish amongst the elites and the people with the money who want to take a risk eating this kind of fish. If you're an extreme kind of guy, you listen to this, and you don't want to come to Tokyo and eat this stuff, you look me up, you join the Tokyo Forum, and you make sure you PM me, Tokyo Joe, and Tokyo Joe will take you to places in Tokyo that serve this, and places that I know. If you're an extreme kind of guy, you want to try this, or girl, and you want to try this FUGU. You can have it sashimi, you can have it chirinabe, right? There's lots of places you can eat FUGU in Tokyo, and we're going to start another thread about this. Somebody should anyway. And people always ask me, what's a good place I can eat the FUGU? And I always tell them, you know, there's lots of places you can actually eat the FUGU in Tokyo, but think twice before you do it. It is the most poisonous fish probably in the world that people actually eat. Alright? Now, you know, people talk about eating fish like sharks and tuna. You can get mercury and stuff. All kinds of junk comes out from the sea into the fish. Gets eaten by big fish. Goes into your body. Sure, that's dangerous. This is an entire different level. Entirely different level. Alright? This is the extreme eating. What makes it poisonous is a thing called tetrodotoxin. Tetrodotoxin. It's found mainly in the liver and the ovaries, and also the skin. Do not lick the skin of a FUGU fish. What does this poison do? How does it kill you? It's a sodium channel blocker, which paralyzes your muscles. So what happens is you're just sitting there eating your FUGU happily, thinking about what a great night you're going to have, eating your FUGU and doing your stuff with your lady friend later on in the bedroom. And then, all of a sudden, you can't move, but you're fully awake. You can't move. You can't breathe. You can't move. Your muscles ain't moving. Your muscles ain't moving. Your throat's not moving. You can't breathe. You're just kind of paralyzed. But you're fully awake and you can see everything. You can sense everything. That's a pretty bad way to die. What happens if you're at a restaurant eating the FUGU and you get paralyzed? What do? You call an ambulance, right? Well, there's no antidote. You can't get a cure. All you can do is they put you in hospital and they support your breathing and they support your blood until the poison disappears. There's no antidote though. You can't get a quick jab. It can't be fixed. They gotta put you on life support. That's how dangerous it is. So be very careful eating the FUGU. Right? Now, how long has it been since Japan's been eating the FUGU? They've been eating FUGU thousands and thousands of years. You and I have not. They have. So maybe it's more dangerous for us than it is for them. Right? I've only been here for a short period of time, relatively speaking.